'Cause I'm right in the pain, right in the pain. It's Chronicles of the Fourth Line. I'm sitting here chatting to good friends of mine. 'Cause I'm right in the pain, right in the pain. With Punchy Langer and Summertime.
Hey.
Hey, how we doing, boys?
Yeah,
What's going on?
not bad.
Hey, EP3, we're coming back. Dropping to everybody on Wednesday night. This will be usually our release night for all new episodes of Ride and Pine. We had to slide one in there because the tournament just fell apart on us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now we're looking at the news. There's less than 2 cases. There's another, what is it, 2 straight days now with no cases. Tournament was due to start today, so here we go. We're recording episode 3. This one's going to be called Ministicks and Monkeytails. We're going to start off.
There's no cases, man.
I know. What's that?
There's nothing worse than playing hockey and there's no cases.
Yeah.
Someone's got to bring the beers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
It's so very true. And when you're a guy from the fourth line, you better be on the beers. And I fully agree with you. So tonight we're going to tackle 2 very cool topics. One of them being mini sticks, which is something that if you're a Canadian and you grow up in Canada, guaranteed Santa Claus left you at least one of these. And if you're really lucky, you probably even got a net to go with it. You always got to find what to play with when you're playing mini sticks, but we're going to go into that too. There's many ways you can make yourself a puck or a ball to get a game of mini sticks going. And then we're going to touch on some of the best face fur in the NHL and in the history of hockey. Some of the best stashes, some of the new stashes that some of those got in his little box of tricks there. And then we're going to touch on some, like as you see, Summer tonight, he's wearing the Ottawa jersey because they are firing hot. So anyways, we're going to say hi to the boys. I'm going to stare down the bench there. And how you doing, Summer?
Yeah, pretty good, man. It was a good day. Sen's taking it to the Flams. La Flams are no longer flamming. 5-1 shellacking, man. It was Batherson had a
blinder, eh?
Yeah, man.
The dude's on fire right now, actually.
He's played well, apparently. My son follows all this stuff, but he tells me he's playing really well in the minors, and he's taken about 20 games or so to sort of get into it, but he's on a 8-game or 6-game, 8-goal goring route.
Goring.
Yeah.
Gore!
It's a
He goots, he gores.
Bob Cole got so excited one time. I think it was in the 2002 Olympics when Sakic scored. And he got so frazzled, he wanted to say goal and scored, and he said gore. He was such an old man.
Yeah.
Gore!
He gores.
They were those two, man. They have quite a long history. I remember watching them as a kid as well. Bob Cole and Harry Neal.
Yeah, they're the ultimate tag team.
We should get into that later, though. There's a lot we can unpack.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother show. We got a lot to unpack with these mini sticks, eh?
Yeah. Bob Cole, Harry Neal, they bring you back to your mini stick days for sure.
So tonight we're going to continue on with the whistle, and we're going to go through all 3 periods, and we might even get to overtime. So today, really, Punchy yourself here is going to start it off, and then we're going to kick it over to Summer. And Summer's going to go through, as he does, we're going to go through some of the childhood memories, and then we're going to head to Langer's Lounge. And I believe Langer's Lounge today is going to be somebody who's featured right over top of his left shoulder there, an old Toronto Maple Leafs goaltender. It was a quiet hero of the man. And he's going to explain why today's hockey may be better but it's not better hockey.
Oh, you didn't know, Langer?
Just for the record, Dougie Gilmore was not a goalie, but that I know you're.
Man, of course you didn't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out who that
Break it
leaf
down for
is when we head to the lounge. So
check
here we
this
go.
out.
We're into
Check
the
this
first.
out. Rat in the Pine with Punchy. All right, there you go.
There we go.
Oh, okay, here we go. So first period.
It was like the organ, you right? Boom, boom, boom.
So
Go.
I used to gore a lot of goals when I was playing mini sticks as
You
a
were a
kid,
huge gorer when you were a kid, eh?
and I actually I still have a couple here in the house. So this is something like if you are a Canadian, like you know all about a mini stick. So for Kiwis that aren't sure, that is a mini stick. This is one from my hometown team,
How's the flex on that one?
Niagara Ice Dogs. The
Is it-
flex is about 15,
A 15?
maybe a 7.
Is it frigid?
Yeah,
Is it-
she's
will it-
got some bend into her.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You don't want to
yeah.
get it cold though. If you get her cold,
Yeah.
And what you used to do on
Yeah.
these bad boys is
Shatter.
you would take these straight. Either you'd grab Dad's blowtorch out of the garage,
Yep.
or you just heat up a stove if you had a
you
wood
use the
burning.
stove.
Now
If you
the
had a-
stove-
Kids
Stoves-
aren't home.
Like everybody had the element stove back in the
Yes,
day, right? That
everybody
was
had the
that's
element.
the way you do it over the element. You know,
Yeah,
also good
that's-
for other things as well later.
And then once you pull her out, you just kind of bend it and bend it and bend it.
But you
until
don't do it with
have
your bare
a curve
hands.
like that
Just
on it.
kids, not with your bare hands. You get a
No,
bare.
don't do it with your bare hands.
You need oven mitts, and
Yes, you do. And
or
you
like
learn
winter
the hard
mitts
way.
will work as well.
I think we should come out with some of these with all the hockey house teams. How dope would that look?
I had a good pair of like a Ski-Doo. If there's another brand, we Polaris, Snap-on. Anyways, Ski-Doo. I had a good pair of Ski-Doo gloves. Big like sealskin mittens, man. Nothing
Oh,
got
yeah.
through those things. Yeah, you could like handle burning logs and stuff. Nothing, they wouldn't even burn. But yeah, that's what I used. Sorry, just wanted
What's that
to say
brand?
that.
Called
Yep.
Cody or something?
No,
Random.
no,
fact
that's
there.
great.
Yep.
See, when I was back home now last year, I had to pick up the newer version. Look at these things, man.
Yeah.
No way.
Jeez,
This
eh?
is
That's
like
like a
crazy
real
now.
stick, eh?
Yeah, it's like
It's a
it's a
mini stick.
Nexus. Yeah, it's a mini stick. It's got like a sweet spot on it too.
Does it
Like,
actually
it's got-
have a flex?
It says sweet spot technology. Yeah, buddy. This one's probably about an 11.
Oh, that's
It's pretty rigid. She's probably a 40, 41 or something.
yeah.
But
That's
Yeah,
your,
she's-
that's your penalty killing stick.
And so, what's the price difference between the penalty killing stick and the player stick?
well, as it says on the back here, it's made in China. It was
Everything's made in
purchased
China.
in Canada for. I think I paid about $30 for it.
Wow.
Maybe 30.
That's
yeah.
not bad.
No, and my
Considering
my,
you'd pick up a wooden or a plastic mini stick at like a Pete's game or a 67's game or whatever
Yeah.
for that same fucking price,
exactly.
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
But the quality between the two
Yeah.
is like absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Evolution, man.
yeah.
See, like mini sticks to me, they bring back a lot of memories, right?
There's a difference though between the new sticks and the mini sticks, right? The mini sticks, there's a true mini stick. You got it's knee hockey,
This one.
right?
This
Yeah,
one, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
you know.
it's on a carpet. It's knee hockey. At recess, it's stand up hockey.
Yeah, it's well. I mean, you're like waddling around like a penguin.
Because
you know what I mean?
you played mini sticks in elementary, right?
Oh
You
yeah.
got snow pants
Oh
on as
yeah,
well,
that's
though.
right. Yeah, that's
You
right.
get down in the snow.
Oh yeah, like
that's fun.
yeah, that was the best. Like
Well, it would pack down, right? The
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
field eventually.
especially
You
in the
know.
winter.
Yeah, exactly. It would turn into basically a sheet of ice.
Yeah, see, we
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
and we used to always use the so we had like the gymnasium door. So there's like the gymnasium door along the outside of your school, and that would be the net. That would be the
Oh,
net.
right.
And we'd have like a clearing point, and it'd be like 3-on-3 up to 3.
Yeah.
And then you'd swap out with the next group of guys. But me and my brother had like this epic circuit. So like me and my older brother, who's a couple of years older,
A circuit.
we used to play around. So there's a bunch of us that, as kids, and they're like brother setups. So there's me and my bro, and there's another two of my buddies, and they were brothers, and then another set of brothers, and another set of brothers, and we'd play like road games, and like
With your
I think
Ministicks.
yeah, absolutely. Like we'd go over to their place and we'd play in their basement. So it was like when
Right,
we go to that
right.
guy's house,
Oh,
it's his
road
rules.
games. Road
Away,
games.
away.
Yeah.
Away,
So
yeah.
it was like his rules. So like
Yeah.
you're drinking. His mom's making the Kool-Aid that day, and you know she's making the Rice Krispie squares, and it's game day.
That's
And all four sets of brothers just roll in deep, and it's tourney time.
Is it
And,
brother
like,
against brother? Or is it 1v1?
No, it was totally brother against brother. It was totally brother against brother. Brother against brother.
Like
we
you
flip-
against an other brother, or you
No, no,
against
no.
your brother?
me and my bro. Me and my bro against like
Oh, right,
key-
yeah. So it's
the-
2
there's-
versus 2, yeah.
yeah, like there was
2v2.
the Keating boys. The Keating boys were one, and then there's we had the Wood boys. There's a couple of them. There so we had a few. There was also my buddy, another buddy of mine was in on it too. But we had a few teams, but like I laugh at it because I kind of think that this is kind of where the root for the BHL started, was because like me being me, I used to make the game sheets, and like we kept stats, so we had like a leading scorer for like the league, and
Loser.
absolutely 100%. But we used to keep stats.
Did
and
you have
everything.
seasons as well? Like, you know, and then you go into the draft. There
was-
Cam, last year he scored 6 goals and 17 assists, and you know.
No, there was none of that.
On
But
the
I'm
road he
sure
was shit, but at home he ruled the roost. No,
it's not that
that was
intense.
the scouting report from.
But yeah, I used to play so much mini sticks, and now I still play. I still play twice a week now. I still play twice a week, and I'm only nowadays.
You with
I'm
your bro
on the
or
call.
what?
No, not with my
No.
bro.
Is he
I
gone?
got my little ones, and they
Right.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's
And
good.
yeah, so we play in the hallway, and I
What's
remember
the rules
once,
at your house.
the rules
So
are
like off you can shoot it off the
Well, it's the
hallway
same- it's the
walls,
same-
right?
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it's the same as any game.
Can you
of
bank it off?
mini-sticks.
Well, no, I mean,
There
because
are
if you're
no
playing in a
rules.
hallway,
There
you're right.
are,
You
yeah,
bank it
that's
off the
right.
walls. You can bank it off the walls and in, right?
Yeah,
You know,
but
like is a
that's
body
the thing
contact?
about mini sticks is there
What about
is no
slashing?
rules.
Can you slash a
happens.
foot or something? It happens, I know, but
Well, there's no penalties
I
in
mean,
mini sticks.
you know,
Mini sticks that's the beauty of mini
they're
sticks.
high sticking.
Oh,
I remember
There
getting
is.
high stick quite a
there's
bit
of
mini
gray
sticks.
area here.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. But you gotta. It's all relative, you know.
I'm not going to say it hasn't happened.
Well,
There's
It's
different-
probably happened.
has there been a fight? You stand back like the ref and go, okay. As soon as one
Well,
hits the ground, you're done, though.
See, right now, with the stage of my life that I'm in right now, I'm just a goaltender. So
Yeah, but you're
I'm
also
just-
a referee, whether you like it or not.
And the
Yeah, but-
statistician.
And a
It's never
statistician,
got-
yeah, exactly.
It's never gotten to the point where I've had to break out the whistle. And no, I don't make game sheets for my
5
kids.
minutes in your room.
Can you get suspended?
Yeah.
Suspend yourself.
Sussy. It was sussy that. So the ball that we play with,
Oh my God!
right? So this is the ball, right?
Tape?
Wow. That's
You know what
quite
it
the
is?
Unit there.
This is a home fix, kids. This right here is a home fix, kids.
What do you got in there? How do you make your puck?
Well, I finally found a use. I finally found a use for, like, you know when you do laundry?
No.
And you always
I
have
don't know
the
that.
one random sock from like
Okay.
Yeah.
5 different pairs
When
of
I'm
socks.
folding, yeah.
Well, when they're kid socks,
Yeah.
you put all 4 of them together and put 1 layer of stick tape around it. There you go.
Stick
Soft.
tape, man.
Yeah, it's just 1 layer of stick tape.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess
it's just
it's
one.
like a hard
So
hat.
you can kind of see a little bit of sock sticking out there,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she's soft. You can throw it at Yeah, well, you can shoot it at somebody.
Now that you've tried it, don't know from
Well,
experience.
I did actually test it.
Yeah.
You ever play that
Throw it
game
at
at
your
recess? Yeah, you ever play that game at recess where you got to stand against the wall and they got to hit your butt? You know the game, right? You know that game? Yeah.
With a
Well,
tennis
that's how
ball, no less, man. Yeah. In the
I
winter
test-
time, that thing.
That was a game.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Let's play a game."
Yeah.
Okay.
Right in the
Yeah.
ass.
That was a much better recess game.
Or you did it with the big, it was like the dodgeball ball. That was okay, right? It was just when it was a tennis ball, some guys, could really whip the ball wicket.
Yeah,
They could
they
whip
hum it.
hum it.
There's
There you go.
some guys that you see play nowadays too that it looks like they're playing with a mini stick, eh? Like guys
Do
that
you
you play.
prefer? Sorry, go on.
Oh no, go ahead.
I just don't. Do you prefer the ball or those little foam mini pucks?
Now they've got I was in my
Remember
research.
those?
Yeah, I don't remember those. I see them now.
I
Everybody's
like
got
the
them.
ball. I like the ball personally.
Yeah.
We played with the
I've
ball.
always liked the ball because it's more like road hockey, right?
Yeah. The foam puck was hard to get underneath and really get some torque on it. And when
Yeah,
it landed, it would roll around weird, and it was just stupid. Someone would just throw it away and just go back to the ball.
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty hard to control it, like where you're going to shoot it. I don't know. And I don't know. I find that when you're growing up too, you usually using like a ball playing road hockey.
Yeah.
So I always found it a little bit easier to control it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also easier to, like you said, go off the wall with a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem with the tennis balls, it was too big because it would kind of take up all the blade and kind of be above the blade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'd
tennis
whip
ball's
on-
too big.
Yeah, whiff on
So
it
you
a
need
lot.
we used to play with a squash ball. And
I
that
was just going to say
perfect.
squash ball was what we used to
Yeah.
use too.
They-
A squash ball
they
or a
hurt.
racket ball.
They hurt. Man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They hurt, but what we used to do with that too is we put the squash ball inside a single sock and then put one layer of stick tape around it.
Yeah. No, the sock. Yeah, we used to make a little tape ball. That's what we played with, or a sock.
Did you ever use an old dirty crushed pop can if you couldn't find anything, or like something? We'd fish stuff out of the garbage. 'Cause
Yeah.
it
In the
would be at
house?
the rink
No.
or something. No, it would be at the
Yeah,
rink.
not in the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
At the rink for sure, yeah.
It'd be
Those were the
something
best
garbage
games.
can.
Those were the
Yeah.
best games. Because like for me it was like club night, right? So it was like your so Merritton Bulldogs would play the Pelham Raiders and we'd play their novice team, Adam team, and Pee Wee team, Bantam team, all the way up in one Saturday evening or Friday or whatever day of the week it
I
was.
thought you were gonna say that was like one day.
What's
So you're
that?
like in I thought that was like one day. So you're Bantam, so you start playing the novice team. and you
Yeah.
crush them.
No.
You
That's
crush the
right.
Pee Wee team.
No, so no, sorry,
Parents were
pardon me.
super pissed at you.
No, so it would be like our team versus another team and all of the levels, one after another. So like for me, my older brother was on a couple of years ahead of me. So he was like on the Pee Wee team and I was on the novice team. So I would play my game and then it was just like our whole team would be playing mini sticks in the lobby of the arena for the whole duration until my brother's game's over.
In the foyer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we
'Cause shiny floor, man. It's nice and slick.
It was, but
Yeah.
Take
you
your
always got
boots off
shit.
and you can slide around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to do it in the whatever.
No,
the
we
foyer.
we
Like
got
going to
tossed
the
out of the
grandstand.
foyer pretty
Yeah.
quick.
The ushers
Grandstand
will come and
area.
yell at you.
We got Smurf actually, like I was saying in the first episode, man, Smurf was a legend. So Smurf would take the extra 2 nets and he'd set them up down the corner for us.
Yeah.
Like, cause he knew we were going to play. So he would like take the full size nets and pop them down in the corner for us, like facing each other
Yeah.
and spread out and be like, this is your area. Like, that's it.
And then you got to fight for it with all the other kids that want to play mini hockey too, right? You're like, no, bugger off. It's like 2-on-2, right? Everybody's jumping. No, when's our turn? I'm next.
It's
Well,
like when you show up to an outdoor rink and you go by yourself and you have all your stuff on and you just kind of stand off to the side on the
You
ice.
skater. Yeah. I normally
And the
just,
game's going on.
Yeah.
And
Skate
you're hoping
around.
someone's like, hey, man,
Hey,
you want to play with
yeah.
us? You're like, yeah.
Yeah. No.
So you're just, you just sit there with your puck and kind of skate in the corner and stick handle. and then you're allowed to play, and you just do nothing but passing because you don't want to be a dick.
That's
and
right. Yeah, or
You
raise
just got
the puck.
invited, so gotta have some respect.
Sometimes like it would hit like a a rut or something would jump up. You're like, oh man, sorry man, even though it wasn't your fault at all. Right?
Yeah,
There's like overly sensitive guys out there too. Come on, man, watch it. You can't do that. Like, okay. Sorry for
Come
passing.
on, man. Yeah, it was good in the rink. But you're playing with real nets, though. That's luxurious.
That
You have,
is
like, boots or
luxurious.
A couple of,
Yeah.
couple
like
of
I said,
nets.
Smurf was the man. Smurf was the
Usually
man.
like a pair of boots or gloves
Yeah.
or mittens or
gloves, a toque, and
toque. Yeah.
and use your
Yeah.
baseball hat for a trapper.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. That was your goalie kit, man, for sure. That was your goalie kit.
Man, you made some
Just
big
the
saves
baseball
with the
hat.
hat, man. Sometimes they fly out the band part at the end, right?
Well, you remember too, there
Baseball
was the
save
goalie
goes flying
stick that was just slightly fatter
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Nobody ever
Oh,
used
yeah.
it.
There we go.
There it is. There is the goalie stick. So, what have you guys dug up your mini sticks for tonight's show? You got one there, Summer? Or
Yeah, I
you
got a few in the background there sitting on the net. I got a couple.
Oh, nice.
Couple Suns ones. I've got two more lying around. So I got a Sens goalie stick. It's a nice sort of. So I got two other, but they're plastic ones. One that you can mold. Those back there are two wooden sticks.
We should look into that. See if we can get like the Fox ones for you to give to all your draftees next year.
Oh, that's a great idea, eh? For the
That's a
draft.
cool
guy.
idea,
Yeah,
no?
getting little mini sticks for everybody.
That'd be
Painted
sweet.
silver. Give your
And then
top
just
scorer the silver stick.
The
every
silver stick. Yeah, yeah.
And then to open the season, we'll just actually go to the active zone and just have a mini stick tournament.
For overtime. For overtime, you give it's 3-on-3 with mini sticks.
That would be. Oh man.
Oh wow!
Oh man.
That could change the world.
Man, we could very
That
well
would
have
that would get on NHL Network just like the goalie goal.
Yeah.
like a 3-on-3 mini stick tournament, like end to end in active zone easily. That would be awesome, man. That's a great
Well, you
idea.
could set up like 5 or 6 games going on at once.
Yeah, that's right. Full on with referees. We could we could live stream them.
We'll get it sponsored by a knee pad company.
That's right.
Yeah. Cut the rink into 8. Then you get like guys, you get like Tylers showing up and like carpet layers.
That's
and,
right.
Plumbers, guys that wear knee pads.
That's
all
right.
day.
That's right. This is my
Oh
game.
my goodness.
This is my game.
Have you ever played floorball? Have you ever played
Is that what
floorball?
Is that the one where the stick's kind of like a banana?
Yeah, the
shape?
wiffle ball.
Yeah,
wiffle.
it's a different looking stick. Like
Yeah.
You can curve it.
Yeah.
but it's like a mini stick. man.
Like a true hockey player, right?
No,
You
it
can
is
curve
curved.
it. It works.
No,
You can
no,
curve
it is curved. There's left and right ones. I'm looking one up here for you.
I
I'll
don't know what
show
this
it to you.
is.
Yeah. You know what they are. They're just like
There's red ones and yellow ones.
Yeah, but they're not the road hockey ones that you screw on
No,
to the end of
it's,
your wooden
it's
stick,
not what
right?
you
No.
think it is.
It's like a
No.
rounded banana blade.
Yeah, exactly.
Holes and
Yeah,
stuff in
even the shaft I think is round.
Aerodynamic.
It's got a round
Yeah, and
shaft.
it's hollow too. It just
Yeah.
if you lean on it too hard, it just buckles.
Well,
Yeah, there you go.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
eat that.
I mean, back
You
in
got
my
it.
day, there was
Did you beat me
solid
to it?
blade, but the blade had the lines in it, right, to
Yeah.
sort of strengthen it up, I guess. But
Yeah, but they are curved. But yeah, they're
I like to customize mine.
so we play.
you put it over the stove.
Yeah, so it's just like a 90-degree
That's
angle.
right.
You shoot it, it goes behind you.
Here's a wonderful story. So when you're playing floorball, it's like playing with a mini stick because the thing only comes up to your waist.
Oh,
but-
right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
small, right? So you're kind of like hunched over in the mini stick position the whole time.
Chiropractic nightmare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, well, hockey's that anyways, but it's good for the back.
There's- yeah. So we go into this tournament, and and we're a bunch of hockey players, right? We're a bunch of ice hockey players in this tournament.
It's just hockey,
And
Cam. It's just us. It's just hockey here.
Oh yeah, true enough. On Riding Pine, it is just hockey.
Hockey,
Yeah, it's just hockey, man.
So we show up, and it takes us a couple games to get going, but we win. We go all the way to the final, and we're playing a premier team from Auckland, who's just absolutely walked through and dusted everybody that they've played so far.
Premier wiffle ball team.
Premier floorball team.
Wiffle
right?
ball. Right.
Wiffle, yeah, we call it wiffle ball.
Yeah.
Tryouts for that team.
Anyway, so
from the wiffle ball team.
3 stages of tryouts. Did they just do running drills the first tryout? Just do figure eights.
Do they?
So
sorry, Cam.
So
Sorry. I just want to try out so bad now.
if you want to play, you can play with Marco. Marco plays.
It's an aerobic game, Langer. You have no idea. Stop.
I used to run an intramural at school for the grade 7s and 8s.
Really?
Yeah,
and,
that's not.
And I got all the
football.
field hockey kids. No, it was inside in the gym, and it was those sticks with the wiffle ball thing. And I let them crush each other. They had a great time. I loved it.
So that's floorball.
Each other.
And then I pick up a stick because I'd want to show them how awesome I was.
That's right.
Go through the whole team and top cheddar, and they thought I was a hero.
Boom. That's it. Mr.
So we're playing in this tournament, and just like Langer's class, I get absolutely crushed, square from behind into the door. We're playing in a gymnasium, so like the door opens and I damn near go into the hallway, and this guy's like draped all over me. So I turn around and I just kind of push him, and he falls down. Well, the goalie jumps up and comes running at me full tilt, and just before he gets to me, I do like the whole like arm up kind of thing, and he kind of runs into my hand. Right now, all chaos is going crazy. We're in a floorball co-ed tournament right now, and
It seems to follow you, doesn't it, Cam?
Everywhere I go.
His story, like
everywhere.
A little bit of a pattern.
So referee comes up to me and grabs me, and I'm like not fighting at all. Like I'm just like I'm just chirping. I'm just chirping, right? A couple of chirps.
I'm just,
right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just wham! I get cold cocked square in the eye. Right, so now I got a black eye 2 days later, and it's from this floorball tournament. It's just
You
I
got
don't
cold
know.
cocked by a football player.
No, I thought I was playing Ministicks, and Ministicks, like I said earlier, there's no rules in Ministicks. So, anyways, with that, I'm just going to end the first period, and we're moving on to 2.
Hold on.
Oh.
Right in the pain with punchy Wait, no, it's summertime.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right. Okay. Punchy Lang summertime.
Yeah.
Period 2. Right. Well.
What are you sipping on there tonight?
Well, tonight I've got
looks very big.
Bitburger. It is your premium Pilsner, Germany's #1 draft beer.
Oh, is that as a salute to Mr. Stutzel that's leading the way for your sons there? Or what?
I like how you did that. That was tight.
Stutzle.
Nice pass.
Oh, Stutzle. Sorry.
Stutzle.
No, it's an interesting name. It's like sizzle. Stoozle.
Who did they get at 5th?
Stutzle. They got a defenseman, right?
It wasn't Jamie Drysdale. It wasn't him.
No, did they get a D-man?
No, Drysdale.
Yeah, I thought they got a
Yeah, it is a D-man though.
Zoob, maybe.
I'll tell you in a second.
Zoob. I'm
So what
horrible with draft picks. I have no idea. But we got, Josh Norris is actually starting to look really good, man.
Yeah, he's a stud.
With the San Jose trade, where Carlson ruined his career.
Yeah. That must feel good.
I was
eh?
watching the San Jose game, man, and he scored. Nice goal. It was a one-timer from the point, that's Carlson's first goal of the season. I was like, wow.
Was that the other night against the Blues?
No, that was just
Jake Sanderson.
tonight. Yeah.
Oh, was it? Did you see where he flinched when Binnington went crazy the other night?
Yeah, well, wouldn't you flinch a blocker to the face? Like, yeah, I'd flinch too. Okay. You seen Carlson smile? Yeah, he's like pretty boy. I'd be protecting my face too.
Some of the highlights of Binnington snapping in junior
Well,
are like
oh right,
the
yeah,
best.
yeah. He had a bit of walking
he's
out.
got a few goalie fights and yeah, he snaps out a little bit.
I used to love when Ray Emery would snap.
Man,
he just wanted to fight
he was
everybody.
when he played for Ottawa. There was it was a game against Philly, and he fought.
Was it the Boucher? Was it Brian Boucher?
Might have been. I can't remember, but he fought a play. Like, was it Rob Ray? Was the tough guy on
Oh,
Philly?
yeah, he fought a player. That's right.
I remember he went nuts.
fought a
I remember he went nuts
Rob
against
Ray.
Buffalo. He went nuts and went against
Must have
Buffalo,
been Rob
and he
Ray.
fought.
He fought the goalie first.
I think he fought Marty Buron first, and then he fought
That's
Tyler
right.
Myers or something, a big, huge
It was
dude.
beer on.
And then
Jake Sanderson was the guy that Ottawa got 5th overall.
right.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
They should have taken Drysdale. But
yeah, they should have if he was. still-
Drysdale went next.
Oh, you're kidding, really? Eh?
Yeah, he went at 6.
He played awesome. He played on the line with Byron, didn't he?
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah, they were partners. They were studs, man.
Yeah.
Well, they were stoppable in the last game.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about those. We learned it. We learned that last year.
I mean.
Yeah, I was gonna say that there was no tournament last year, so
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
There was no bubble hockey.
no. Super checks bubble hockey.
Talking about the young guys, I guess my early sort of mini stick days are from definitely the 67s games, going to the 67s game with my pops. You know, outside like hockey tournaments and stuff, that's probably my fondest days of mini sticks. I don't know why they were just a little bit more cooler at the 67s game, playing in the concourse and stuff like that, but
Because there's fans there, dude.
I guess, right? And
There's tons of people there.
I had no problems walking up to like a group and asking if I could play. Sometimes they said no. You're like, yeah, whatever. All right, I'll go ask the other group up here. Fuck you guys.
Now, did you have to smuggle your stick in? Because if you bought one at the rink, that's one thing. But you knew a guy smuggled his stick in because there'd be an evil curve on it. He brought it from home.
I never noticed any
like a
of that.
tape knob on
I
it.
guess I don't remember noticing any of that stuff. No, I remember noticing that they were in like their minor hockey outfit, right? Because you know sometimes you went to the 67s like with just you and your dad or you and your family or whatever, or sometimes you got to go with your minor hockey team, right? And then you got to shout out. Maybe you got to go down and meet the team afterwards or whatever.
Section 12.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Folks, if I can draw your attention down to section 12, seats 7 through 17, we've got, you know, the Russell Warriors in town. Let's do a shout out. Done, right? Moving on.
They start flossing. There's no flossing back then because that wasn't invented.
No, that's right. That's right. You just
Wait,
end up
wow.
crazy, right? Yeah. That was it.
They fire on some 2 Unlimited.
That's it.
Y'all ready for this?
Oh, my
Did you
God.
get that? No, that was another song. That was Saturday night. That was Wakefield.
I'm blue, abadi, abida, abadi.
Right. No, that's it.
Anyway, get back to the rink.
Anyways, yeah.
Hockey
So
at
they
the
call out your
67
team
game.
name, you know. But no, to be honest, I probably enjoy going to the 67s game, or I have fonder memories just going with my dad. My earliest sort of memories are being a bit shocked on how vulgar the crowd was back then towards the referee and the opposing team. Like old men shouting vulgarity like you'd not believe, you know?
Violent.
Yeah,
Violent
man,
things.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I remember,
Arrestable things.
yeah. Yeah, but we had Brian Kilray as our, sort of premier coach.
Legendary.
Yeah, man.
Legendary Brian
He,
Kilray.
uh, yeah. So yeah, they are 67s. Love their colors, right? This is like the Ottawa
Beautiful
Senator
uniform.
colors,
Yeah, it's
Dragoon
very
colors.
goonish.
Barber
Yeah,
pole. Barber pole.
It's very
but
goonish. Zenon Konopka played for them too. He's a beauty.
yeah,
There's a game on YouTube and he's in it. He was the captain.
I believe
The
so.
game I was
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
Yeah, he actually got
Salty.
points back then.
Well, what else? Yeah. Playing against. Sorry, just mention the guys with their jerseys. Like you mentioned, what was it in the outdoor segment? Right, guys would show up in their complete outfit. Right, Dad would come in. Right, he's got his helmet, he's got his elbow pads, his like full kit. Right. But yeah. I guess I always felt sort of intimidated by those guys because they were wearing their jersey. I don't know why they were intimidating, but yeah, I always shied away from those guys.
Well, it's like a gang, man.
A little
Like
bit.
you come into the rink patched,
I guess
right?
that's right.
You got your colors
You're
on.
absolutely.
You're like a posse. You wheel into the ring.
It's your
Causing
crew.
But
Look at that face for Dennis Potvin. I did not know that Dennis Potvin was a Ottawa 67, dude.
Well, if you go and watch the Chicklets episode where they go to Newfoundland to talk to Terry Ryan Sr., he tells a great story of getting cross-checked in the face by Dennis Potvin.
Oh, in junior. Nice.
Yeah.
do you see the stash on Potvin there? That was a nice stash, eh?
Yeah, that's some nice face for this one's better.
Like it's even
There's
got
an
the
incredible
flow at the
story
bottom. Sorry, go ahead, Lang.
I know. No, I said there's an incredible story about how the Canadians used to. They tried super hard to get him first overall in that draft. I can talk more about it. The great Sam Pollock, who was the GM in Montreal in the 60s and 70s.
Look at that.
Well, we can talk about this in the junior episode because junior teams used to be sponsored by NHL teams back in the day.
Right.
So we can talk about that more later. But yeah, that's a beautiful mustache.
Isn't it?
Hey, did you have like a not a gift shop? That's not what you don't have a gift shop in the rink. Like it's not a pro shop. It's like the souvenir shop, right? Did you have one of those at the Civic Center?
Oh yeah, of course, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's-
Things were way overpriced. Man, you get things like it's not even related to hockey, right? I can't even remember some of the stupid things that were there, right? But as a kid, you'd ask your dad, you're like, "Oh, dad, but it's only $15 in comparison to like the jersey that's like $140, right?"
Yeah.
No, son, you can't get the
So
I
one
want to
reason,
call it an air horn, right? You remember those back in the days, man?
yeah.
Well, no, that's right. So there were those ones, the ones that you blew, and it was like
those were bugles. Those were bugles.
The big Vuvuzela one.
Vuvuzela. That's
Yes,
Vuvuzela.
Vuvuzela.
That's what I was thinking
They're
of, man.
plastic.
Yeah. But then there's the actual air horns, right? And it was like, "Meow." Man, those were everywhere, right? Those used to be everywhere. You don't hear that. You don't hear that at other sporting events, apart
remember-
from
What about
South African soccer. My
I
God.
remember being
What
on
about
the
a
Red
Chavex
Mile in
bottle with
Calgary.
a bunch of pennies in it?
Yeah, that's right. Or
Oh,
the
wait.
cowbell, man. Right? Some guy would bring in a cowbell and it would just stand near the front of the glass and try and get people going. The pennies, man, in the jar. I completely forgot about that. That is
It's a white
nuts.
Chavex bottle with a bunch of pennies.
That's right, man.
Go team, go!
Oh my God. At the Corral Center or whatever, we used to have this dude that would play the fiddle, like instead of
Nice.
the organ. He would come down on the steps and play the fiddle. And anyways, yeah.
Did you guys ever go to a Sabres game? Like
No.
I went to a couple.
No.
you
Remember
remember?
the guy with the trumpet there?
You remember you did the Pee Wee Herman dance. Remember that? It'd be like,
Oh, yeah, I remember
and he'd jump up. He was called the Earl of Bud. He was called the Earl of Bud, and he'd like jump up and do the old Pee Wee Herman point to the front, point to the back. I just remember that
The
about that.
tequila song.
Those air horns, though, the air horns that you're talking about. So, like when Calgary went to the finals, I was living there, and on the Red Mile, I remember seeing a guy. So the guy had the little air horn hooked up to like a huge like tank. So he's walking down the street. And he's just like, and it won't stop because the chamber on the thing is like a 60-gallon tank that he's got on a dolly. He's pushing it. And he's got this air horn on the top. It's unbelievable, man. It was one of the loudest
Red
things
Mile
I've heard.
was quite a
All
spectacle.
these ocean
Oh,
liners
it was
start showing
chaos.
up and-
I lived a block away from it. It was unreal.
Who was there yesterday?
Yeah, the air horn. That was a good one. Because you had to go to like Canadian Tire, or like an outboard marine place, because it was like a boat thing, right?
Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, it was a warning thing for boats, I believe, that you use in the fog, don't you?
No, you use distract the
It's
other
an
team when
alarm.
they're coming down on a breakaway. Right? Ah, fuck! He scored. Oh well.
Now, do you preempt the guys sitting
scores.
next to you at the rink? Do you tell them like, I'm gonna do this?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never sat beside one. Luckily, I
Like
guess.
two long blasts.
That's
and
it.
that's what I'm gonna do in a minute.
No, you don't, right? Because then, yeah, that's the whole. I don't know. I probably wouldn't. Unless maybe he
Clearly
was
there was-
bigger than me and he looked angry, I'd probably then go, yeah.
As the listeners can tell, clearly security was a lot more lax back in the day.
Very much so.
You could just bring whatever you wanted into the rink.
I think even fights ended up just fighting it out, and they'd end up sitting back down and just carry on. Like,
I remember seeing fights at games, like at junior games, and them having a fight, and that's it. Like,
yeah,
you wouldn't see, like, you'd see some people try to break it up, but
Yeah.
once it was broken up, it would be like one guy would storm off all pissed off, and then
That's
the
right.
other guy would sit down and pick his beer back up.
That's right. Yeah,
And just-
exactly. Yeah,
And then
it
later,
was over.
and
right?
then later on, you'd keep your eye on that guy that got in the fight, and then eventually he'd go like this, and he'd be pointing across the rink because he's now found where the guy went to, because he didn't leave; he was just on the other side.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, right. No, it didn't. Okay, no.
Did you ever try and chirp at a junior game? Because you'd hear people screaming and chirping guys on the ice, and it was cool. And then you try and do it, and your like little kid voice sounded so stupid.
You suck, ref.
Like, and and your chirp sucks.
Yeah,
And you're
that's
just
right.
like, I'm not ready for this.
We're not allowed to swear and do, like, whatever. My mother can do better than that. I can't come up with a good chirp on the spot. Damn it. Anyway.
you skate like a bag of milk.
You skate like a bag of milk.
You skate like a bag of milk. You got hands like a snake.
No.
No, you head out. Your
Oh
shit.
no. I was just saying no. I didn't chirp, man. I listened. I remember being shocked and thinking, my God, I didn't know people talk like that. But anyways, go ahead. Tell us about your chirp.
No, I was just when you were talking about playing in the corridors. The thing I miss about the Memorial Center was back in the day, the rink was so accessible. You could go anywhere. And then they renovated it like 20 years ago, and they put all the boxes in, and then there was security. You couldn't walk around the rink anymore because there was private boxes. And
Oh.
Yeah.
so it kind of sucked.
Oh,
But
right.
when I was a kid,
Yeah.
Memorial Center was famous for the fact it had square corners, so it was a very unusual rink. Because it didn't have nice round corners, so when you shot the puck in the corner, you didn't know where it was going to go, and the players would go out there and practice shooting it in the corner because it would often come out in front of the net, and people knew that when Peterborough had a bit of advantage for that because of the shape of the rink. And at one end there was a big stage with a giant picture of the Queen over it, and I think at one time it was the largest picture of the Queen in Canada.
Right.
And but in the corridor down by the Zamboni area, like, so you'd play down there, Ministicks and stuff. But that's where the smoking section was. Like,
Oh,
to think today that
yeah.
you could smoke inside is it's unfathomable in today's world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But there'd be intermission, and all the dudes would go down there in their corduroy like hockey jackets, and they'd be down there just blowing darts, and then they
That's
just
so
butt them
funny
out on the
'cause I
floor
know
and head
that
back to their
jacket.
seats.
That's right.
And then you go down and sweep, they'd have to go sweep up all the darts off the floor, and just there's a smoking. It's
Yeah.
like when you went into a restaurant, smoking or not.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same room.
Yeah.
Like the smoke from this side of the room is just going under this
That's
side
right.
of the room. Like,
That's right.
You're not really
Do
helping.
you want
anybody.
primary smoke or secondhand smoke?
Yeah, exactly. Watching a guy eat a cheeseburger with a dart in his hand.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just not right. Or like you go to those places, you go to like a breakfast spot, it's like a truck stop, and then like there's like one room with like a clear window, and it's like you can't even see the people sitting down in there because it's just one big cloud. Yeah.
You go through Asian countries, go through their airports. They have
smoking
like
rooms.
Giant smoking
Yeah,
rooms.
the
Yeah, it's
lounge.
crazy when you go in there.
Smoking.
Really,
You walk in like 3 seconds, you take deep breath, you're like, I'm okay now. Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. Just reeking
There's
like.
guys chain
Oh
smoking,
my
'cause, like,
god.
They might have a long haul, right? And they're just
They are.
darts in there. It's insane.
He's not exaggerating, man. They are crushing it, crushing it. Like, after one. Oh my god, it's nuts.
Lighting it from the other
Yeah.
one, right? Like,
Yeah.
just rapid fire darts in there. And you come out and you just. I remember this was crazy. Like, no, it's another story I'll save.
Rapid fire.
But when I lived in Japan, so this is cool. So when I lived in Japan, I lived about 4 hours away from Tokyo. So we take the bullet train to Tokyo to party. It was like an hour and 15 minutes on the bullet train because it's going so fast. So they had a smoking car. So you'd walk a few cars down, and the doors would open, and it was just a cloud. And you could sit in there, and then they had a trolley dolly that would come out with a cart with like snacks and like beers and stuff. So you get your beers, and you just sit there and drink and smoke. And then when the train gets there, you're drunk and smoked out, and you fall out. And I'm like, we
in
got
Tokyo
it all
now.
wrong where we're from, man. Yeah. But yeah, check if you've been to Asian listeners and if you've been to Asian countries and those smoking greenhouses they've got in the airport, man. Like they're pretty crazy.
I've snuck off from the family and then walk past one and like think, okay, I'm just gonna go in for a quick second, see what it's like, man. You walk in and like you're just breathing, right? You're there for not even 10 seconds, man. You're just breathing. You're like, oh my god, I have to leave now. Like
you get lightheaded.
You light a smoke, you take a drag, you're like, okay, I'm gonna throw up now. This is I hate smoking.
It's like 14 cars have been backed up with their tailpipe pushed into the room and just left running like forever.
And yeah, man, these little Asian men, right? There's never a woman inside. Yeah.
Oh, they can
Wow.
smoke.
Wow.
Okay, I think we need to steer this back to the show here.
Sorry.
Stop talking about Asian smokers.
All right, so back to the mini sticks, right? So let's talk about how and techniques for curving your sticks, right? Because the plastic sticks, those were, the sought after sticks, right? You get the wood sticks, you were the poor guy, you were Aaron, with your red Cooperalls and your green Cooperalls and red helmet, and your straight plastic blade. But yeah, so as we mentioned earlier, right? You would use. Now I didn't, but a blowtorch seemed to be a popular one in the country because a lot of country kids lived in farms. They all had blowtorches. I did not have a blowtorch. I lived in the burbs in the country.
That was a necessity.
Yeah, that's right, because everybody had a fucking blowtorch, right? My instrument was at first, right? Yes, we had the element stove, right? Now let's just talk a little bit about the element stove for a few minutes, right? So probably because I think kids these days won't know what an element stove is because they pretty much don't exist anymore. If you do own an element stove, it's like the cheapest stove you can find now.
And we're coming over to curve
some sticks. I've got a video later that's going to go through a little bit of this. So we had the element stove. Also came in a little bit handy later on in life, in high school. Now, did you curve your goalie stick, Ryan?
I experimented with it, but I mean, as a goaltender, you might have to make an emergency stop, so you might have to use the back of the
Did
blade.
you?
Oh,
But
yeah,
I'm just.
true.
I don't asking where you put it. I'm just asking if you've curved it. Stop experimenting with your
Well, no,
hockey
that's what I'm
stick.
saying. I experimented. I did it once, but it wasn't effective because the back of the blade had a curve, and I couldn't effectively
Right.
corral the puck.
Right.
So I ended up just
Yeah,
going
the straight blade,
goalie
yeah.
stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, fair call. Fair call. Who has? So is that we've covered blowtorch. We got the element oven. How about this came later in life? This was like a bit of a fad, but the toaster oven. And to be honest, the toaster oven was actually quite effective because you could have the grill heat coming from the top and the bottom would heat it up in half the time, right?
Smart.
Now, who's made the mistake of leaving your stick in the toaster oven for a little bit long and ruining the toaster oven?
Sounds like that would be.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
made that mistake.
I think you're alone there.
Yeah,
We-
parents weren't happy
we-
about that.
Yeah, Dad had a blowtorch.
So did it melt and like drip down? and
Yeah,
burn it?
pretty much. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, like it was interesting though because I remember it like literally it just looked like it sunk into and around all the elements and stuff. It was like a perfect mold, you know, but I couldn't just pick it up and take it out. It was all stuck anyways. But all right, what else do I got here? Oh yeah, if you're desperate, right, you don't have any one of those, you use a hair dryer,
Boiling water.
right?
Oh, yeah. That works.
Well, I mean, I
Well-
had the elemental oven, but I remember using the hair dryer for. Remember when Easton first came out, and you had it was just the shaft that was carbon fiber, right? And you'd buy the replacement blades. To get the blades in, you would use a hair dryer to heat it up. Do you not remember that?
Oh, well, we use blowtorch.
So
and
you'd-
stove, but yeah, to heat the glue up.
Yeah, yeah. So I wouldn't use the stove for my Easton stick replacement blades. I would use a hair dryer because I found
mom-
the stove
Mom's hair dryer.
made the glue too gluey, and then it didn't stick as well because the hair dryer just made it like a softer sort of gel.
Right.
But
So you could just. Smush
yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, I felt
Yeah.
it was like a solider
That's pretty smart.
fit. Because the blade might move a little bit, you know, if you. Anyway,
Yeah, you shake it and it's.
getting off
There you
topic
go.
again there. Shout out
That's
to
smart,
the Pride tape,
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
straight from
That's a progressive
Shane
hockey
Langley.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Go Shane, you need your Pride tape. Go see Mr. Langley. I think I also saw that he's got bearings, inline bearings as well.
He's got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
He's got the contract for Howie's, or he's a distributor for Howie's. So he's got all the Howie's stuff. I got snagged a water bottle off him too the other day.
Howie's, when you need some
Yeah.
Pride tape and other things. Shout out to Howie's and Shane Langley.
New Zealand hockey tape.
New Zealand Hockey Tape. Oh, sorry. There we go.
Right.
That's the name of the company, isn't it? New Zealand Hockey Tape.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not Howie's. Howie's is the creator.
Right. Okay. Anyways,
yeah.
topic. Right. You guys have any other items that you would use? Maybe a lighter. Do you use a lighter? Lighter wouldn't give you a very good consistent heat, though. It would just sort of burn the
I thought you were
outside,
gonna
wouldn't it?
talk.
Yeah, it just kind of burns it.
You know.
There you go, Shaner. Little
There it
promo
is.
for you.
Yeah. There we go. New Zealand.
That's that hockey tape.
Yeah.
Look up Shane. Get some of this. Beautiful Pride tape for you there. It's good stuff. It's got all kinds of items on there, so go check it out. Give Shane some love.
New Zealand Hockey Tape. All right.
Did you?
Yeah.
We were going to talk about face
I had
first.
a question for you.
What's that? No.
What?
What?
I had a question.
Langer, question.
What?
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So, what were the rules for you taking hockey sticks to school when you were a kid, like
Ooh.
mini sticks? Were you allowed to do that?
I don't remember. I seem to think that it was a faux pas, though. But then I don't honestly remember how I was able to play mini sticks out in the yard all the time because I remember doing that. So maybe there was
Yeah, I
some
don't.
rule where we had to, leave them outside the classroom or some shit.
Well, there was
Oh,
we went through a phase where they were kind of like banned because
Oh
there
yeah,
was just too much.
yeah,
There's too much violence going on
yeah.
in the
yeah. Someone
playground.
would lose a tooth. Like someone would get hurt.
Yeah, um, but that was way later. Like I remember.
Yeah.
But that's because of the awful backswing, with mini hockey, because you're so low and right, you're just one-handed. It's like bam, the follow through, that stick, man.
And
Rip leap
everybody's got
apart.
their head down.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah.
You didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
If you wanted to play the game, your head was down.
Yeah,
Or else
I'd
you were
sit
riding
and eat
pine,
something.
right? And you didn't want to do
That's
that. You're riding pine in the 3rd grade. That's devastating.
that's no fun at
No,
all.
no.
Yeah, they were expensive
Um,
though. Man, they were expensive.
What?
Yeah, well, the
It's tough, man, when you're kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they were a
And you have-
luxury. Yeah,
yeah they were.
And then my parents like spooked me, like if you curve it, you're gonna compromise.
that's right. It's
The
integrity.
strength of the
Yeah,
blade, because and then you would break, and then you're like, I can't tell my parents. 'Cause they
That's
told
right.
me. And I did it anyway when they weren't.
And
home.
then you would
And nothing happened.
keep the blade and put so much tape on the middle of it that it would reinforce and kind of stay on. Yeah,
yeah.
because you
But that
didn't
just didn't
want
happen.
to tell
They
mom
were-
and dad that
Yeah.
you busted the mini stick they
Yeah.
bought you last week.
I don't remember a mini
It's
stick
too
ever
bad.
breaking on me.
Oh, I broke a bunch.
Did you?
I broke
Yeah.
The other rough one would be like you'd have a shot and on your follow through somebody would step on it by accident
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it would just snap.
Snap.
Yeah. It's a clean snap. I tried to super.
It's
cut it, that doesn't-
it's a loud snap too.
As it smacks on the floor.
It's like a
Yeah.
bone breaker.
I don't ever remember this in them either. There was never a hole in
Oh,
the
yeah.
end.
No, I don't think there was.
There was never a hole in the end because they never used to be a decoration.
Yeah.
They used to be a piece of sports equipment.
Yeah.
It was a toy.
It was a
yeah.
toy.
Sports equipment.
It was,
Because now they come in like packs of 2 with a puck.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you'd have to buy it at a tournament or like at a pizza or 60
Man,
cent
they got,
video
like,
or something.
real- Look, okay, so during my research, I've quickly discovered that the world of mini hockey is some serious shit. There's, I mean, there's I've looked at some videos, the world championship of mini hockey, but then it was just a bunch of kids having some fun. I thought they had a cool sort of like font video, like whatever you call it, thumbnail, right? And I was like, oh wow, world championship, and then it was a couple 8-year-olds. I'm Michael. This is Jordan. Anyway, but no, man, mini hockey has come a long way. People actually have some decent mini rinks. Like
true.
outdoor rinks, but mini rink. So I've got a little bit of that coming up a bit later. Taking a look at the rinks evolution of, and really just taking a look at some really true basement rinks, because basement
I
rink.
had an amazing basement rink.
Well, did you
My dad
have?
made it.
Was yours like carpet? Was your rink in where the living room was, or the TV room,
No.
or was it in like?
No, we had like I said last show, we lived in a semi. So we lived in a semi, so you come in, it's the exact same house on 2 sides. But when you come in the side door and you go straight downstairs, to the left was the living room, to the other side was like where the washing machine and all of that was, and it was an open space when we moved in.
And there was no carpet,
Um,
right? It's like cement.
There's
floor.
no carpet. But my dad drywalled the whole thing, and then my dad worked with the Lions Club, so he brought he put some dasher boards up around the side, and he painted the floor to look like a rink. He
Okay.
put a net. He put a net in there and stuff. He put like a little bench on the side. Like it was sick.
Oh,
It
right.
was so
Good.
sick.
Okay, so yeah, you had an
Yeah.
actual rink, right?
I had an actual rink in my basement. It ended up becoming my older brother's bedroom. When we ended up having my little brother, but
When you became a
when my little
teenager.
brother,
Yeah.
when he got older and
I don't
but
want to
until-
listen to you. Meh, meh.
Until then, that was our home rink. That was our home rink for our old
Fucking
school
teenager.
mini tournaments. You know what I mean? That was our home rink for, yeah. So dad hooked us up with a sick basement rink.
Well, we didn't all have dads that went out of their ways to make awesome rinks. So
No,
most of us had to like put like the couch pillows down around like the areas that weren't blocked by a chair or a sofa
That's right.
or a ledge or something like that, right? You put some pillows down or
Nooks and
yeah, some
crannies,
books
nooks and
or
crannies.
anything hard, right? And then for nets, it was just two things, like socks or shoes or yeah.
well, I remember some of those road games we were playing. You go down to the bottom of the stairs, and their spot would be like the net would be at one end, other net would be at the other end, and the water heater was like in the middle of the rink. So you had to avoid the water
The
heater
water
on
heater?
breakaways. Yeah.
Referee.
Was it named?
Oh, that's awesome. It's like bumper hockey. Off the water cooler, going back door. Damn.
Well, we're hitting an hour here, Summer. I think we should head on to the third, or do you got more important plot points?
No, let's hit the third, man. Let's hit the third.
I was really hoping we would get to some face sweaters today, but monkey tail.
Well, we
here
still
too.
can. Well, anyways, we might hit that a little bit later. Yeah.
It might be time to go to the lounge. Do you think?
Oh, I think definitely, man. I'm ready to sit back and relax and listen to some tales.
All right.
Good shift, man. Good period. It was a good one. Riding the pine with me.
All right.
A
little bit of me time.
All right, welcome to that. Now, I don't have a lot to add to this, fellas, because just like you, I played in the foyer and at school and stuff. The going to the Pete's games, that was the big thing, and playing because the floor was nice and slippery. But it was kind of like I was watching some Chappelle show today, and the scene when they're like playing dice, and they're all hanging out, and then the cops come, and then they just run away. That just reminds me of playing mini hockey at the rink because the old geezer
would come around. You're like,
Usher,
we're not playing.
Get out of here, and you just scatter. But then you'd find another part of the rink that was not as populated, so you'd set up, and the game would just
That's right.
resume. And sometimes it's like you're saying, Punchy, like you get the same guys there every week. They would remember the score from the last time, and you just carry on.
Absolutely.
You just keep going.
That's crazy.
So one of my fondest.
It was 5-3. No, man. It was 5-all.
Oh, remember I put that one off the water heater, man.
Right.
One of my fondest memories, I was because I was house leaguer and I played for North Minster. So there's two kinds of minor hockey leagues in Peterborough. So there was the church league, and there was the city league. Now, what differentiated them was
God.
I think you had to kind of pretend that you went to the church, but you didn't. So were
you the church league or were you the city league?
I was church league, and when we got to Pee Wee, when there was body checking, the city league didn't allow body checking.
What?
So, but the church league did. I know the
right. Okay.
So we were allowed violence in the church league, but not the city league.
Well,
So
okay.
Yeah. So whatever.
This one for God. Good. Yeah.
That's right. There you go. With some great
good
banquets there. So one of my fondest memories, there was this guy on my team named Greg Lister, and his dad was the assistant coach, and they kind of lived out just outside the city. And I remember they had a big field next to their house, and it had flooded, but then it got cold, so the field's like a rink. So you're out there skating around, and like you'd skate through the grass that had kind of like was frozen into the ice and stuff. But he had the best basement because it was like a pure rectangle.
Nice.
And so they'd set it up, and they put these little, it was like heavy cardboard in the corner, so that it gave it
a curve.
And we had like a tournament, and we had used like an old dirty Casio, like digital watch as a clock.
Oh right.
And he'd set the timer. He set the timer. And
it was a clock, like it was a watch. It was a watch, right? A wristwatch, yeah.
Calculator. So you'd be outside playing ice hockey, and then you'd be in the basement like playing mini hockey. And
calculator watch.
And this is before like sitting on video games all day and none of that. You figured out.
Yeah, little Nintendo.
Right? So that was good. That was
NHL '95.
But yeah,
BBX.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For hours.
BBX.
For hours.
Yeah, it's great.
One of those bad boys.
So
One of those bad
there
boys.
it is. Yep, that's it. Beep 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 beep.
Man, that's right, eh?
Yeah, it was
With
cool,
the
it had the day on it.
calculator as well.
And it had light.
Oh yeah,
Remember
from the
light?
corner.
It didn't light up
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
When the battery got low, it sort of half shone a little bit.
right there. The light,
Yeah.
the light, and the lap reset. That's where you switch periods.
That's right.
The lap reset.
Exactly. And if it got wet, it just exploded.
Like
It's so
it
true.
would suck when there's like moisture just get underneath the screen. You know what I mean? It was fuck.
Yeah. And it would be all
That's right.
foggy and-
There's nothing you could do.
What time is it? I
You'd
don't
still wear it, right?
This one must be a newer
got
version
snow
that
on
says it's water resistant.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah. Up to what,
That's
like,
right.
4
They're all
centimeters?
fucking liars, man. They're fucking liars, man.
Yeah. Good old
That's
days,
right.
eh? Good old days. I used to, just a quick watch story. I remember because kids don't
A watch.
being a teacher, like kids don't know analog time. And you'd be amazed, you ask a 13-year-old time it is, they look at the clock, they're like, I don't know. Because they've grown up with
What, for
digital,
real?
You know,
Yeah.
everything's digital. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. But see, and I'm trying to tell them, like, you need to learn how to tell time when you're a kid, because then you can alter
That's right.
time. So if I'm supposed to be home at 10, I can pull the little pin out and turn it back like 15 minutes. So I've got a valid argument when I come home. My parents are snapping, like, you're late. I'm like, no, because the watch is says I'm right on time.
Like, oh, the battery must be low.
All right.
Helen,
Yeah.
get another battery.
Exactly.
Let me tell you,
Where's
there's
go to the
something about
battery
your
drawer?
phone.
That's right.
There's always a
That's
drawer
right,
of batteries
that's right.
and everything else. Eh?
Everybody has.
Yeah,
a
but
drawer
you always
with
had to
batteries.
take it to the fucking watchmaker because you couldn't get the battery out of your fucking watch, right? You know, it's like
So,
the simple, you know, anyway, it's not the simplest thing, but for a fucking watch, you got to do a lot of things to keep a watch running, man. And you can't do any of it. If you want to take a rung out or whatever, it's too big or it's too small, you got to go see some dude for it.
well, you need
Yeah, I
special
guess,
tools.
right? Because
Common people didn't have
it's a
those
fucking
kind of
watch,
tools.
you know? Yeah.
Watchmaker was a powerful.
He was a.
Still is.
That's
Still
right.
is.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that was our timer.
Yeah.
So that was good times. I broke a few curves because I'd curve it and like the end, like the toe would start to bubble and it would be all like deformed.
That's
and,
right. Yeah, you
know,
heat it
and
too
was-
fast.
I never perfected that. And
I don't know. I'm
I
just
don't know. It was good times, though.
getting technical on you.
So we're talking about mini stuff, and I thought I'd talk about some mini hockey players because they were mini.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Little guys.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
So there's a lot of smaller guys now because speed and skill is the primary focus. But back in the day, that wasn't the case. Like guys were monsters, and I'm talking about the sort of mid, well, maybe not, but I'm thinking around the '90s when guys started getting bigger,
Yeah.
goalies got bigger, everyone was a monster. So most people wouldn't remember Martin Saint-Louis and. But there's two guys I remember. It's Theo
Yeah, I was
Fleury.
gonna say
Yeah.
Theo Fleury's got to be one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his story's tragic. He was insane. His book's amazing. You get a chance, read his biography. It's just jaw dropping.
What's it called? Fire on Ice, isn't it?
Yeah, something like I think that's what it's called. It's really, really good. You can't put it down. He had a rough time though, and I won't spoil it. There's some tragic stuff that happened to him along the way, involving a coach. Just some horrible stuff. But he talks about why he was a spinner when he was playing because he was only like 5'6", like he was little.
Yeah.
And he said that because people would crush everybody in junior back in the 80s, and he had to make people aware that whenever he was on the ice, he was probably going to try and kill you. Because he'd go in the corner and someone would try and destroy him, and he'd come out like a rabid animal. So he did it to survive.
Yeah.
So he was great. So check him out. But one of my favorite goalies growing up as a kid was this guy named Alan Bester. So as a Leaf fan.
This
So Alan
is the
Bester was
Leaf.
5'7". So I think that works out to be 170 centimeters tall, and he was only like, he was like
50 pounds.
50 pounds. Like he
That's
was
like what?
tiny.
It's like
And if you look back in the olden days, goalies were
50.
He had a
like,
massive 5-hole though.
kgs.
yeah, like that's, he's nothing. But they were little guys, and they were fun to watch because they had
But
to be athletic.
that's
and
right.
they're
They
all
were
over the place,
athletic,
and
man. Right? They were up, down, dip, diving, double, yeah.
diving and
I used to know a really good Alan Bester dad joke.
Okay.
Alan Bester jumped in front of a bus,
And it
and
went
it
right
went between his legs.
It went between his legs. Yeah, I remember Sergio
Dad
Momesso
joke.
with a big clapper just inside center ice. I think it was an overtime, and it went 5-hole from like 100 miles
Yeah, he was.
away. So if you can pull up, it's Alan Bester Gloves of Glory. You can have a look at him. He's amazing. But yeah, he was a little guy, and as me being little, like I had to play big. So if you watch older goalies, they really had to come out to cut that angle down because they're little. And
Are you doing it, Summer?
when I started going through the ranks, yeah, Gloves of Glory, Alan Bester on YouTube. So when I started going up the ranks in hockey, these gorillas would show up to play net, and they're like 6'2", 6'3", and they just had to stand there. And like I had to work harder because I'm not very tall. So yeah, and it gave you hope as a kid that you might do something with hockey because these goalies were tiny little dudes. But Alan Bester, he was great. He was fun to watch. But yeah, his 5-hole was a point of concern as a Leaf fan. There was a lot of make big saves and then that one go straight through.
It was like Ottawa's Patrick Lalime.
Cool thing about Bester,
in Game 7.
Yeah.
the hockey film, the film that who knows when
never
it's going to
coming
come out.
Yeah.
He's in that as well.
Oh, right.
Awesome. Yeah, he was one of my heroes.
He's in.
Kenny Reggett and Alan Bester.
Yeah, he was the director's childhood hero, and he got a chance to interview him.
Reggett. Now there's a name I remember.
Yeah. He was the first guy I remember seeing that had colored goalie pads. They were white and blue.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And I
Instead
thought
of just the
cool,
brown?
because everyone had brown pads. Yeah.
Oh, the brown
Yeah,
pads
Alan
were
Bester.
everybody's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was one style.
Remember the blockers had the holes in them? Like across them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I think the NBC guys call it the waffle board. If I ever played like high-level hockey, I would go back to strictly old school equipment. Speaking of that, have you seen Mike Smith's helmet? His mask? It's awesome.
I was.
Is that the one? Is that the one where it's like ears and stuff?
It's a helmet. So when he was in Calgary, he did a reproduction of Mike Vernon's helmet, another great little goalie. So it looks like so right now in Edmonton, it looks like a Cooper SK2000 helmet, but you can see the ears and the hair.
Yeah.
And then, you know how there was that foam piece in the birdcage cage?
Oh, yeah.
There's that. You see the straps. If you get a chance, look it up. Mike Smith is an awful goalie, but he's got a lot of personality. He likes to play the puck and fight guys. And,
Here's your Alan Bester.
Oh, loved Alan Bester. Number 30.
Still hasn't gone down yet, right? Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Look at that diving across. My God, man.
Old school goalie, man. Standing up the whole time. It's funny, man.
And little goalie.
Since you said that on a couple shows ago, like every time I see a goalie go down into the butterfly, I'm like, stand up.
Yeah, I know. There was a few more goals today where it's
like there's a goal in our game. There's a goal in our game with Frankie, and I was just like, oh, because he popped down and over his shoulder, but I can't play the game in that, man. I'm horrific.
You're automatically taking half of your body away from stopping the puck. It's just instinct for goalies now. Like, these guys would wait to the last second. Like, that's why they sprawl a lot, because they're waiting to the last moment to do something. It's pretty, like, and these little guys were just fun to watch. It's so exciting. Like, again, make goaltending great again. It's just so sad. I watched a game today, and a guy took a shot, and I think it must have been, who's the goalie for Edmonton? I want to say Korpisalo, but it's not him.
Koskinen?
Jeff Albert's going to lose his mind. Yeah, Koskinen. And before it even left his stick, he's on his knees.
Yeah.
Like, he's a huge goalie. And it went right over his glove hand. It's like, if you just stood there, it would hit you.
What team is that?
Washington?
That's a minor league team, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Look at this. What are you doing? He's so little.
Whoa.
But yeah, mini players. And they were small. Goalies were mini back then, but they were a lot
He's
of fun.
another mini player.
Good stuff.
Paul Correa was a mini player, wasn't he? He wasn't a
mini.
huge player.
Who's one of the? What about
Domi.
Jordan Jordan
You want to
Tutu.
talk mini players? Ty Domi.
No, he was pretty tough. Yeah,
He was tough.
He was a little guy.
He was a little guy. He was a fucking tough
square,
little guy.
like a shape
He's a
of
pit
square.
bull.
Yeah. And then if you want to talk old school BHL, a tiny guy who was pretty fun to watch and was skilled was it Ting?
Yeah, Matty
Did he
Ting.
play for the
Matty Ting, yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't.
Yeah, he's
like this little tiny like dynamo out there.
he's a beauty, man. He's down here in Hamilton now. He's doing inline. He's teaching a lot of the kids, and he's awesome though. And he is fun to watch. It's always entertaining watching really little guys.
Yeah, he's like Mighty Mouse. He gets so fired up and get going that he just fall down sometimes.
Yeah.
You know that?
Did he have a mustache?
He's an inliner.
Yep.
Little guys. No.
Yep.
No.
Like,
Could have a
Yep.
mustache. He's got a mustache?
Yep.
Good
all
for him.
right, okay.
Not much of one.
Yeah.
No.
He was a good guy.
Oh well.
They're very Mexican.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much for it. I mean today's hockey might be better, but for me it's not better hockey. You don't have mini goalies flying all over the ice and making big saves, and back then the size didn't really matter. Like, well, it kind of did for positions, but for goalies, I think they're happy with anybody in there. Just fire somebody in the net and just
That's right.
hope for the best. And then the Garth Snows and Roman Czechmonics showed up with their giant equipment and, kind of ruined it for little guys like me.
There you go.
So there you
All
go.
right.
Good stuff.
And
So,
oh, geez.
overtime or-
Okay.
And that's going to end the
There
third.
we go. All right.
Dude,
Period
so
four.
here we are, Epi 3. Most people, if you're still around, you are waiting for overtime. So overtime is
Right.
coming up, and we have one question for overtime. What was it this week, Lang? What was that question that you wanted
Was this about
to ask? Yeah, about rules. We want to know,
Yeah.
what is the one rule in the NHL that you wish would change?
You should write in your comments.
Write it in the comments when you check this out. Again, subscribe to us on YouTube, and you'll catch every show that comes out. We're going to try to bring them out every Wednesday. But yeah, so what rule in the NHL would you like to see changed? Somerville, what's your rule?
I guess maybe a little bit on of a jokey side, but seriously,
Good start. Good start.
maybe we take sorry, I don't know why I'm struggling to get this out here, but when it hits the nets, we play on.
That's a good point. Because
It's
it's
not,
not out of play.
Right?
When it hits the nets, if it comes back
Comes
into
back
play,
in, it comes back into play. Yeah.
Still in play.
just keep going.
Just play on.
What's the difference in having glass
Yeah,
that's 20
exactly.
feet high?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Good rule in the BHL.
It is. It is a good rule.
It's not out of play.
Maybe what would we do? Like a bit of a funny one would be to maybe
One rule. Oh,
oh, no,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
The rule that I would like to see changed is I would like to see them get rid of the trapezoid for the goalies.
Oh, you took
Oh
my goal.
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
man.
No, that's okay. I got it.
Well,
It wouldn't even look the same when.
I just remember there were so many goalies back in the day. There were so many goalies back in the day that could literally change a game because they could play the puck.
Yeah, well, they were a third.
Like one guy that comes to mind to me is Marty Brodeur.
Mm.
That guy would come out and he'd stop every icing way over in the corner, and then he'd rip a cross ice pass to the far blue line.
Yep.
And catch like Elias just coming back onside, and he could change games that way because he's almost like a third defenseman.
Mm.
But I hate that rule.
What they have done is they have punished a player for developing their skill.
Yeah.
Because they thought we need to dump it. I don't understand dumping it in anywhere. I kind of do. It's kind of like in rugby when you kick the ball away. Like you had it. Like the thing that changed the game with the Russians is if there was no play, they would circle back and start again and go in as a unit. So you've got a goalie who's developed their skill at puck handling and reading the play.
Yeah.
And you're punishing them
Yeah.
for getting good at something.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
don't
because they're not
understand.
allowing as many goals.
To make the
yeah.
game more boring.
Yeah.
So that would be my rule.
Yeah, good
That
call.
would be the rule that I would like to see changed.
Yeah, good call.
Sounds good to me. I'll play in your
So
league.
what's yours, Langer?
I would love to take the shootout out behind a barn and shoot it in the head.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear what they were thinking? They were talking about doing an alteration to that in the NHL. I think what was it? It was proposed that they, what is it? A reduced numbers? Is that what it is? I think they're going to reduce numbers
What is
and not do the shootout.
of what?
So like they go 3-on-3, 2-on-2, 1-on-1.
Right. Yeah. Like that'd be entertaining.
Like an old
Like imagine 1-on-1 with NHL players. Game every overtime would be decided in the first minute.
Every if they can't decide it in overtime, they have to nominate like 6 players to do a game of Bugatti. Do you remember?
Of what?
Is that the one on your knuckles? You're
No,
clapping cold? Is that one?
that's human tag.
That was the
Well,
modern
that's
day
human
tag one
tag.
played at Pakistan and India. And
Here's my problem with the shootout, though. It's a skills competition. So what you've got now is a team knowing that if they can get to a skills competition, and if you've got the best guys, skilled guys, your chances
it's the
of winning
quickest,
are better.
easiest, fastest way to figure out a winner. Without playing hockey.
But as I get
I
older, I kind of like the idea of the tie again. As I get older, I hate
Yeah.
the loser point because you've got teams that are hanging on just to get a point. Like if you lose, you get nothing. So playing actually means something. I actually like the. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
But I remember when ties
Yep.
were that was
Each
that was
team
the
got a
rule.
point.
They skated to a
Yep.
4-all
Yeah.
tie.
that's
The
the one
shootout
thing.
is just so-
That's the only
I
thing I
just-
like about the shootout is that you always have a winner.
Yeah, I like.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't like the tie. I never liked ties.
Well, ties just came down to
All
when it
right,
was
let's
playoffs,
play.
right? That's how many ties you got instead of wins. They would have
Yeah. Well, let's have continuous overtime in the regular season. Boom. Done.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
6 overtime.
That'd be
periods.
amazing, but yeah, I think the schedule is far
What
too
if it's like
condensed to be able to do that.
Multi-puck, right? It's like one guy, he's got 20 seconds to score as many goals as he can, and it's just like pucks firing out from all which ways. Multi-puck! And it's,
Or like gym class, and you're playing, and then the
that's
teacher
right.
throws another soccer ball
That's
at you,
right.
and it's 2.
I think
Then it's
I think
one
they
back.
should just do two 5-minute overtime periods. The first one as it is now, and the second one with mini sticks.
It's
I think I can compromise with you on that one. That's a good way to finish that off. Good
All right. Well, before we let you go here on the third episode, we have to ask the question that everybody wants to know. Summer, what'd you Google this week?
well, it was a tough week. Because mini sticks, right? That's the subject or the theme this week. So there wasn't a lot to work with, really. I mean, I've yet to get into like whatever adult sort of kind of scenarios with my Googling. We'll wait till we get a bit more of a following before we get a little bit more racy. Although we did lead off with something pretty extreme, but it was just a little something out of New Zealand, anyways. So, look, I've got Googling on mini sticks, and I found a video to take us all through a little bit of what mini hockey is about. Let's take a look here. Couple dudes. Oh wait, hold on. I've screwed up here.
Good start. It's a good
How
start.
do I go back? Right. All right. There we go. Okay. sharing my screen. Let's choose a tab here. And we'll go with...
Langer, what do you think it is?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. We've seen it all. After last week's
Yeah.
video, we've seen it all.
I think it's
don't know.
I think
Yes,
it's gonna
every
be
player
I think
will
it's
do-
gonna be a couple of grown men playing the game of mini sticks or something like that. I don't know.
And yes, it is. So it's what are they on the bench? This crew here. So these guys, I'm sure if you Google mini sticks or at least go into YouTube, these guys have a whole rip of videos. So I picked this one particular because it really takes us through what
What are their names
mini
again?
hockey is about.
Ollie and Jacob.
Ollie Postinen and Jacob Bardown.
Yes. From on the bench.
Ollie Postinen.
Like, look at his. Anyways, yeah. You got the hat, you got the stash, you got the burns, you got the flow.
Check out the socks.
That's right. Well, we'll get to that. So they're gonna take us through here. We're gonna look at curving the stick. So we'll now they actually have a different oven. Anyways. So they're going to walk us through. They've got their own actual custom-made sticks. I wish I knew where to get those, but we'll get on to that later. And there's those foam pucks that we were talking about there.
There's no video.
Oh, there's no video. Oh, right.
No.
Okay, we'll just have to start that.
We want to see what you Googled
right.
this week, but you got to share
Why
the
is
screen, my
this,
friend.
We're listening
Whoops,
to this in the
my
1930s.
apologies,
We're listening to the radio
folks.
again.
Let me
Get out your pencil and draw a picture of what we're supposed to be looking at. So
So I lie on the floor with my hands under my chin, with my feet kicking behind me.
Are we sharing?
there we go.
Sharing now? All right.
There we go.
Now we're looking.
All right. Yeah. So my apologies. Yeah. So there we go. Full screen. So we're gonna walk us through mini stick hockey. What it's really about. So they've got their own custom stick maze. They've got their own custom pucks. So these guys have got a bit of a following here. So we're gonna take a look. That's his picture or his buddy's
Here's
picture,
Ollie.
and then that's his picture on the. So it's pretty cool, eh? You got your customized stick. What we were talking about earlier there, Cam.
That's Ollie.
Right, so let's take a look at curving the stick. Here we go. Right now they've got it's like a natural gas. Right now, see that using. Now this is my kind of a curve, right? It's not that drastic, just gentle. It's subtle, right?
Yeah.
Get a good backhand off, right? And there you go. An important step we forgot is to put it in the freezer afterwards, right? You got to cool it down.
Yeah.
Or some cold water.
Or cold water, but you don't want to cool it too fast, right? Now, this curb, little bit much for me. That's called the Captain Hook. Deadly. Now, so we're going to take us here through warm-ups now. So you can see they've got their pucks there all lined up. There's their court, or rink, I guess we want to. I don't want to. Sorry, guys, that was a terrible. Yeah.
Or their fields.
This is great cinematography here. Whoa,
I love-
there we go. He got one.
Low cheese.
Right?
I love that it's like on top of a suitcase.
That's
like
right.
they're in
That's
a
right.
hotel
This is what
room
I'm
or
talking
something.
about, right? You got some pillows. But see how they've taped the floor, right? Now they're doing the horseshoe, right? Boom. Hit me. Boom.
Yeah.
Right? It's awesome, man. They got the horseshoe warm-up going on, right? They were stretching before. Oh, bad pass. Oh, but he turned it into top shutter, right? Now, shooting on the goalie.
Warm-ups and the 10D.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting warmed up. Now that's a very common move is stacking the pad. Right now we're coming off of warm-ups, and right, one team goes off.
I like how you pretend.
That's
to
right.
stop looking
That's right. So you notice the socks there on the linoleum floor. Oh, giving the fans the little souvenir there, right? That's right.
over the board.
All right, so we're gonna skip through a little bit here. We're gonna go right to face-offs. Boom. All right, so let's take a look how face-offs are done at mini hockey here. On the bench, 1, 2, 3, go. Right, so that is your legal face-off and mini hockey.
Again.
Let's watch that one more time here, right?
Again, that's where it came from in the BHL.
Right? So sticks on the ground and then tapping in the middle 3 times. And on the 3rd tap, it's go. All right? So Kiwis paying attention here. 1, 2, 3, tap, go. See, they don't hit the floor after the 3rd tap. It's on, right? All right, so it's game on here. Now, we're going to see a goal right here. Boom! Big goal. See the celly? Look at that. Right? Watch. Do it. Get you get in the glove. You know, the high fives with the team. That's right.
Yeah. By the bench.
Right. Okay. We're just going to skip ahead here. We got big save coming up. Let's hear it is. Coming up right here. Big save. Huge. Now, that is key mini hockey technique there, right? Now, when you make that save, you have to accentuate the motion, right? Because you don't flail like this for nothing, and then you don't waste that ricochet. Here it comes, right here. Oh, yes. So that's very important that Hollywood.
That puck was clearly going behind the net.
That's right.
Too.
Yeah, but
no chance.
Goal wasn't.
Oh, there it is.
Now we're just gonna scroll ahead. Now this game comes to a very important point here. So we'll just watch leading up here. So they've got a goal judge called in at some point here. All right, so I think we get a goal tally here. They're having an disagreement about. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. No, I skipped ahead a little bit too soon.
Oh.
Yep. All right. So game's going on here. And then the goal, well, it looks like he's going to score a goal coming up. So he's covered the puck, right?
Look at the amount of spirit.
He gets it back. Oh, and there it goes in. Oh, and he pulls it out. And he's going. That was a goal. He's like, no goal. Let's take a look at the instant replay here. It was on the goal line, he's claiming. What are your thoughts? Look at, here we go. Right. I mean, that's clearly past the goal line, right? We can see the shadow here.
That looks like it's in.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
yeah.
it.
So I think the right call was made, and they counted it a goal. Yeah. So there you go. That's a little bit of I don't know, what would you call that? It's like floor hockey.
This is Ministicks.
Yeah, Ministicks 101. Yeah. Now they've got another. I might have to reshare my window here. Another tab. So they've got another video where there's quite a nice hit. So let's skip into this. Now I had it at the right spot here. Oh no, it doesn't look like it's gonna let me go. Right, so same guys, but we're just gonna skip into action here. Now he's got the puck. Oh, and it's a huge hip check. Can you guys see this?
We're back on the radio, man. We're back on the
radio.
radio.
We're on the radio.
Oh, man.
You're on the radio.
Okay. Damn it. How did I miss that? Oh, man. It was hugely exciting. Let's try that again. I'll go back here. Can we see this now or what?
Oh, it's stocked and slapped to the mouth.
Yeah, well, we're getting. Oh, look at that. He looks like. Anyways. That's right. The Zamboni came out there.
The Swiffer.
That's
got the
right.
Swiffer out.
So, yeah, big hit coming here. I don't know if you call this dirty or what, but have a look close. Oh! Head over heels. Did he come in a bit low?
Huge.
Might have done the, what do you call that? The grass chopper?
The drone.
The drone. Yeah, so a bit of a dirty goal there, but
again, no rules in Ministicks.
He's not happy about it either. Watch. Oh, bam! He gives him a shot right here. Boom! How do you like that?
Again, no refs, no rules in Ministicks.
All right, and I thought just to tip it off here, or finish it off, I should say, is I thought let's take a look at some of the neater rinks out there. So let's go to
Rinks. I like what you did there. That was clever.
one of the nicer rinks I found. Basement rink. There you are. All right. Basement rinks. Now, this person has spent, as you'll see, a considerable amount of time putting this thing together. I'll just share my screen. Am I sharing yet? Nope. We're back on the radio, eh? All right. I don't know why it's doing this for the... Okay. All right, here it comes.
The radio.
All right, check out, like, I understand setting up a backyard rink, but this is taking mini hockey to an entire new level. All right, check it out. So we're outside the rink. Outside the rink, what do we got? The dressing room. In the dressing room stalls, he's got
Nice.
Awesome.
some jerseys, right? Oh, there we go. He's actually got some boards that open. The gate, man. Wait, look at this
Open the gate.
mini stick rink.
Gosh, that's awesome.
Black, beautiful, beautiful. Look at the attention to detail, right?
With the TV.
It is nuts, man. You got the blue paint, the mini
Oh, that's
stick
pretty
net,
sick.
right? It goes into the level of detail where it's got the like the runners along the bottom. Look at that. It's actual real board material with the runners and the top.
Yeah,
of the
that's
right?
what I had. That's what I had in my basement. Not obviously
shit.
not like this,
Oh, shit.
but that's what I had in my basement.
This
It's
is
so cool.
I mean, this takes, mini. Look, I love the TVs, eh? That's nuts. At home and away.
The home and away TVs.
Wicked.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's pretty sick, man.
Do you think this guy's married? Do you think he even has any kids? Do you think if he did,
Ooh.
your wife would let you do this? Either he's got like a huge dick, or he's got a ton of money, or he's single as fuck. Those are my three guesses. Yeah, man, that was
That's pretty sick.
the
Bro.
rink that
I like
impressed me
that.
the most.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's what I googled today. I did find a few other weird videos with this other dude. He's got is called McDaddy's mini hockey tutorial. Well, look, before I head out, look, I'll share one more thing with you I found this week. Now, nothing to do with mini hockey. Now, New Zealand's gone back into another lockdown, right? Last lockdown, I grew myself a sweet old handlebar mustache, or as my wife likes to call it, the pedophiler. So, yeah, we've gone into lockdown. We're in lockdown, what, 24, 48 hours now?
Yeah.
And I got,
Well, you guys are.
a bit of a stubble. Yeah, shut. And I'm thinking maybe I'll grow a mustache. Now, my wife sends me this thing because I'm sort of teasing her. She hates my stash. So my wife sent me this thing about fucking monkey tail mustache. And yeah, I thought it was a joke. So I went online and had a look around, and this fucking thing is for real. So let's take a look at monkey tail mustache. Please advise that you can see my screen.
No.
Oh my goodness! Yes, we can
Right.
see. your
Okay. So
screen.
here's a few examples of a monkey tail mustache. Now you can.
Does that dude really play for the A's?
I guess so, man. I guess so. I mean,
There's no
maybe
way.
this is super Photoshop shit. I don't know.
Oh my god!
But let's take a look. Okay, so there's what we think is like a real person, right? What it looks like. So he's a
So
professional.
what we have is a challenge for our listeners. We're going to call it Monkey Tail March. If you grow a monkey tail in the month of March, we will send you a Riding Pine hoodie as long as it looks as good as these fellas here.
Now this one,
Okay?
right? I think this one is the one that she sent me. And I thought this has got to be a joke. Now when I googled it, like you peer down here, look at this fucking shit. You've got the multicolored monkey tail. Now this is not a monkey tail. It's more like a, I don't know what kind of a tail that is. Long and thin. It's a very scary looking tail. But next to him is the monkey tail beard. Yes, folks, it's not just a stash. It's a fucking beard. Now this one's like a ring-tailed lemur. The lemur mustache, the lemur stash. Here is another example of the lemur stash. So anyways, gentlemen, if you're looking for something interesting to keep busy with, because I can't imagine how much fucking time and energy that would take. Could you imagine trying to shave that monkey tail fucking thing? Beard? How ridiculously hard. Anyways.
And with that, we are going to wrap up the third episode of Riding Pine, Ministicks and Monkeytails. What are we going to talk about next Wednesday? Who knows? And cheers to y'all.
We were riding the pine, sitting here with two friends of mine. When I bring the beers to the rink, I never share them because I'm that guy. That's why I'm riding the pine, with Punchy Langer and summertime.
Good show. See you, boys. I'm going to pick up the pucks.
I'm not picking up pucks this week. All right, I'll grab some sticks then. Ugh.